What's good, people? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna show you how you can beat the Storm King easily in LEGO Fortnite. This is the easiest possible method to beat the Storm King. This is gonna be a full guide from like what weapons and methods I use to defeat the Storm King inside of LEGO Fortnite Odyssey Expert. As I'm preparing for a long venture ahead, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit post notifications to keep updated, and like this video if you'd like to see more of this content. Anyways, let's get into this. You know what's funny though, guys? I actually already did this. You can see this by my 2 Storm King mythics that I have on hand. But sadly, as you can see, this footage is kind of corrupted because I forgot to remove my webcam. Bruh. But back on topic, we're gonna need 3 key items: food, arrows, and of course crossbows. Well, of course we'll get into the more enchantment stuff and like what specific types of bows you should be creating later on. But first we're gonna have to explain how I got more arrows, because as you can see, I'm not doing so hot on arrows, and one of the major things you need to fight the Storm King is arrows. And how do you get arrows? You have to combine wood and feathers. Now, traditionally, finding feathers in LEGO Fortnite is a pain in the butt until I learned this trick. First, you're gonna enter a Star Wars island. I entered through a cave because I already destroyed the bus station. I destroyed it before I knew this technique. Okay, next step. Find a stormtrooper outpost. There are usually these little caves here. I'm just gonna go to the desert one and oh no, never mind, I'm out of here, bro. Hell no. Yeah, clearly I made the mistake of going to a desert stormtrooper outpost. So instead, we're gonna go to this grasslands one that I already cleared. Anyways, once you enter one of these caves, locate one of the areas that the stormtroopers were in or are in currently. So here you can find beds that will give you feathers, and they don't just give you a few feathers, they give you 20 feathers per bed. This will give you a ton of feathers. Also, shout out to my friend Lego Moon Knight on X. He's the one who gave me this method to get feathers. Go follow him. He makes a ton of good LEGO Fortnite content. Anyways, now that I've shown you how to get feathers easily, now we need to get wood. What the heck? I was the knight in shining armor. Okay then, I guess that can happen. But make sure to get some wood, guys, after you get your feathers, because you're gonna need it. And once you do that, spend a good chunk of your time crafting arrows, because Epic hasn't added a craft all option yet. And after that, I now have 600 arrows. I might have overdone it because all you really need to beat the Storm King is at least 400 arrows. So now that checks arrows off our list. Next, I'm gonna show you how you can make the best crossbows in the game that will help you take down the Storm King in no time. Now, you may have seen me collect a few materials, that being gold and sapphire. Gold and sapphire are the required materials you need to make the best crossbow. Now, I need to make some cords because I don't have any drawstring. Luckily, I picked up some vines on the way here. Now that we have our drawstring, we're gonna craft some bows. And there we go, that's how you craft a good bow. And then I'm gonna need my rift crystals. I have 40 of these from destroying Raven's house. But yeah, and then what you wanna do is you wanna make them rifted. Get some rift crystals and then make it legendary. If you don't know how to get rift crystals, you basically just run a dungeon, which I think I do later in this video. Now the next thing you want to do is put some runes on here, preferably damage 3 and destruction 3, but sadly I don't have those right now, so we're gonna have to do without them. But another one you can put on there is durability and undead bane. I'm gonna leave 2 of them off because I think later in this video I'm gonna go collect damage 3 and destruction 3. Now this is optional, but you can craft slurp launchers. What these do is that when you shoot down, it heals you, but it won't restore your hunger bar. so it doesn't really count as food. While I'm here, I'm gonna craft another bow, because this leads us into the most important method of this video, double crossbow. So here's where the dungeon comes in. You can see by shooting 2 crossbows, it kills the enemies really quickly. Shout out to InnoBricks for coming up with this method. He makes cool Lego Fortnite content, check him out. But simply what you do is you switch your crossbow after you shoot it, like I'm doing here. Sometimes you'll miss your shots, but that's okay, just keep shooting. And after that, here I'm just grinding out a dungeon. I'm grinding for Eyes of the Storm because that's what you need to open the storm gate. I'm also getting essence books to hopefully get damage 3 and explosion 3. And also, we don't talk about what happened here. Okay, and now I'm probably dragging the joke. We also don't talk about what happened here. Okay, anyways, here's what's supposed to happen. Once you defeat the Stormwild brutes who need a nerf, you will have a bunch of runes. Ooh, I got zapping 3. And you will also have enough Eyes of the Storm to go fight the Storm King. But we are far, far away from fighting the Storm King. We still need the food, and we also need the other runes to complete the God Crossbow combo. So we are going to the Lost Isles, which will hopefully get us the runes we need. And also, it will give us a ton of food. More than a Nikocado avocado mukbang. So simply what you need to do to get the runes and also get the food is travel to these little outposts, kill all the pirates. They will also give you a ton of blast powder, which can be good for slurp launchers, but once you eliminate all these guys, you'll be safe to open the chest. Which, as you can see here, it drops some smoothies, which covers the food. And it also dropped a rune book. Now after this, just rinse and repeat until you have the right amount of runes and the right amount of food. You also get 3 different types. You get black and blue sushi and 2 different types of smoothies, one being a storm one and one being a pineapple one. Just get 20 of each of them, which you should do pretty quickly. And then after that, don't do what I'm doing here, thinking I could swim to the mainland, because I didn't. In fact, I lost stamina and respawned under the map, which then my game proceeded to crash. Luckily, I didn't lose my totem, so everything was fine. And now, I have the right runes, I just had to roll for them. See, I'm gonna need Destruction 3, and then here comes Damage 3. And then I had to apply them to the other bow, and we're basically set.
Triple kill!
One other thing I wanted to do before leaving to go fight the Storm King, I hired an NPC here, but I did find out later in the video, if they die once, they do not come back, so I mean, it was kind of a waste of time. But anyways, we're finally here. Make sure you have your Eyes of the Storm ready to fight the Storm King. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So the first thing you want to do is take out these crystals. Focus on the crystals, don't focus on the enemies unless they are directly harming you. Also use the double crossbow method that I shown you in this video to quickly take out the crystals. There are 3 waves of crystals before the actual Storm King spawns in. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. Now keep watching, because I'm gonna have some crazy tips. Whenever he does his laser, watch this. You just run past it. Just run in a circle like I am right now. And then whenever he throws a rock, run towards him, but run in a circle. He cannot hit you. Well, he kind of hit me there, but sometimes he'll completely miss you when you run near him. Now, make sure all enemies are killed before attacking the crystals, but whenever he's knocked down like this, I recommend using a melee. But if you can use a bow, like you can see here, I kind of used a bow to knock out his crystal. And after that, the rest of the fight up until the first horn is the same. So I'm gonna speed up the footage. If you want to slow down the footage, you can, to see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm taking out these crystals really quick. So now we're at the first storm horn. Try and whack it as quickly as possible. Usually just swinging at it will get the job done, and boom, there goes his first storm horn. I recommend using a rifted sapphire gold sword, because you can put all 4 runes on it. The same ones you put on the crossbow, I recommend you put on the sword to take down his horns really quickly. But I was just using the Storm King mythics because I had them on hand, and whatever. And now we're on the second and final Stormhorn. Now you're just gonna whack it the same way you did before, but right after you whack this one, you wanna take out your crossbow and immediately start shooting at him, like I'm doing here. Immediately. You wanna quickly get as much health from him as you can, and then he's gonna smack up, and then his next move after this will be spawning some of the spawners. But before you do this, get a few more hits on him, because in a second here, he's gonna spawn in a few spawners. Now, right here, I'm shooting at him. You wanna use the double crossbow method I taught you guys in this video, and you can see I'm getting a lot of health from him. Stay clear of him, make sure he doesn't slam down on you, and then focus immediately on these crystals. Try to get them out of here as quickly as possible, because as soon as they're out of here, they won't be a problem anymore. Luckily, these weren't spawning many terrible enemies, they were spawning the easy enemies, so I got lucky here. But what I'm doing here is attacking them. The best time to attack them is when he's vulnerable and he cannot move. You can see I'm trying to get rid of these enemies, because once they're out of here, they're not going to spawn anymore. Though it might be hard to watch out for the Storm King's attacks, because one wrong move can cost you the entire game and you're going to have to restart the entire fight, which sucks. But yeah, just make sure you use the heals I told you guys to get in the Lost Isles, and you should be fine if you do get attacked. And once you defeat them, they won't be a problem anymore. Now all you need to do is use the double crossbow on the Storm King while avoiding his attacks. It's pretty straightforward. And, you know, if you get hit like I just did here, just basically heal, and you should be fine.
Getting shots on him, because he's constantly moving. Once he's dead, he's dead. Also, watch out for the remaining, meteorites, and that's how you beat Storm King and Expert.
And as you saw there, that's victory. And that's how you defeat the Storm King in Expert mode. All it took were these crossbows and some food, and you're basically set. I really hope Epic doesn't patch the double crossbow method, because it's kind of meta, I ain't gonna lie. It's not a glitch. Like, I don't know what Crafty's talking about. I don't think it's a glitch, you know. But yeah, once you defeat the Storm King, you get all of the cool items, and you get a new mythic, you know. And that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit post notifications if you want to see more of this content. And I'll see you guys next time.